For the whole of 2022, core inflation averaged 4.1%, higher than the figure of 0.9% in 2021. In December, consumer prices remained unchanged for the third straight month on the back of higher costs of food and services. Core inflation, which excludes private transport and accommodation costs and is considered to better reflect the expenses of Singapore households more accurately, came in at 5.1% on year. Economists say it signals that higher prices could be here to stay. Michelle Teo with this report.
This looks like any other grocery store, but these products are past their best before date. However, they're still safe for consumption. That's because a best before date indicates how long the food will be at its best flavour and quality.
A lot of the items we see here, they can last much longer than the best before date actually. So it could be due to like the seasoning, the items, the preservatives inside. It can actually last much longer than what is stated before, best before.
And with food inflation picking up in December, the store says it's seeing more customers who are trying to keep their expenses low.
Sometimes they want to try these things, but they feel that it's such a high price to pay in the normal supermarkets. So they just come here to try all these very exotic items. Yeah, so that's how it is.
Meanwhile, the Monetary Authority of Singapore expects core inflation to stay elevated in the first half of 2023 before slowing more discernibly in the second half of this year as the current tightness in the domestic labour market eases and global inflation moderates. Still, economists warn that risks remain.
It will center on uncertainties really surrounding the global geopolitical uncertainties, really between Russia and Ukraine, especially if things unexpectedly exacerbate, into the course of this year. And that will also include pandemic-related risks, simply because China is reopening. And with COVID-19 cases on the rise right now, I think we would have to be cautious about rising pandemic risk, as well as the possibility of new variants out there that might tip the global economy into a supply chain congestion over again.
For 2023, the central bank's expecting core inflation to come in at between 3.5 and 4.5%. Headline inflation is forecasted to average 5.5 to 6.5%.